listening to 40 Weeks, a production of the Pregnancy Podcast with Vanessa Merton. Visit pregnancypodcast.com/week for all of the 40 Weeks resources and sign up with your due date to get each episode delivered to your inbox when you start a new week of your pregnancy. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Welcome to week 27. This is the last week of the second trimester, 13 weeks to go. You can see a picture of what your baby looks like this week, read the transcript, and access the additional resources for week 27 at pregnancypodcast.com/week27. Your baby that was the size of a zucchini is growing to the size of a cabbage. This week, your baby measures 14.4 inches or 36.6 centimeters and weighs 2.3 pounds or 1.1 kilogram. Your baby's immune system is gearing up for life outside the womb. They've also likely discovered thumb sucking, which can help strengthen their cheeks and jaw. At this point, you should be able to feel when your baby has hiccups. These tend to feel like spasms in your belly, and they end relatively quickly. Even if this happens often, you don't need to worry about hiccups. It's perfectly normal. At 27 weeks, your uterus is still expanding and is now the size of a basketball. So enjoy showing off your bump. You only have a few months left of pregnancy. Pregnancy brain is a term that's often used to describe forgetfulness during pregnancy, an inability to focus, or brain fog. This can also extend after birth, and you may have heard many people blame mommy brain or momnesia. Anecdotally, pregnancy brain and mom brain are very common. The standard answer to why this happens is that you're short on sleep, you have a lot going on, and you're dealing with additional stress. While this is all true, it may not fully explain why we get pregnancy brain from a scientific standpoint. It's well documented that hormones alter our brain structure and function. During pregnancy, your progesterone increases 10 to 15-fold. And you have more estrogen during pregnancy than during your entire non-pregnant life. These high hormone levels can contribute to your short and long-term brain structure and function changes. So what if we viewed pregnancy brain as a trade-off with a long-term benefit instead of a loss? Caring for a baby, raising a child requires a shift in your thinking as you step into becoming a parent. There's an episode of the Pregnancy Podcast that examines the science behind pregnancy brain and explores some evidence that it may actually make you a better parent. You can check out that episode at pregnancypodcast.com/pregnancybrain. In the United States, the CDC and ACOG recommend the Tdap vaccine in your third trimester, between 27 to 36 weeks. The antibodies that your body creates are going to be highest 2 weeks after you get the vaccine. So the goal of having the vaccine by week 36 is that you pass antibodies to your baby before they're born. Tdap provides immunity for tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, which is whooping cough. It can be very challenging to sift through the evidence on vaccines, especially during pregnancy. For a deep dive on the evidence on the Tdap vaccine, see the Pregnancy Podcast episode on that topic at pregnancypodcast.com/Tdap. That's TDAP. Vaccines are a very controversial and complex topic, and the choice to get vaccinated is a decision you should make with your doctor or midwife. If you have any questions or concerns about any vaccine, I urge you to bring them up with your care provider. As you head into the third trimester, you might want to give more thought to your birth plan. This is so much more than a piece of paper you hand to your care provider. It's the process that you're going through to prepare for the birth that you want. And when it's done right, you're going to plan for the scenario in which everything goes as planned, and also what should happen if things do not. The end result is that you're more prepared and confident going into your birth. The Pregnancy Podcast has several resources to help you create your birth plan, and I will link to all of those in the transcript for this week. A tip for dads and partners: find out if your significant other wants to take maternity photos or photos of the two of you while they're pregnant. Even if you may not be super into the idea, it could be important to them. It could be helpful for you to find possible photographers, to price out package options, and scope out some photo shoot locations. Thank you for tuning into the 40 Weeks podcast. You can see the full transcript and all of the resources for week 27 at pregnancypodcast.com/week 27. Next week, your baby might be dreaming when they sleep. Until then, I wish you the very best in your pregnancy journey.